Hello, everybody. Sorry for that tech. Well, we had a tech issue that couldn't. My computer would not recognize my webcam, so then now I have to filming this live streaming by my phone, and that was hard to set up. So hi everybody, hi, and
Hi. Hi, Diane.
I have my Halloween nail
Uh,
decorations.
wow. I have my friend here who came to visit. Hi. Hello, everyone. Yeah. And I have my most recent picture, or I don't know. I'm still working on it.
So today is about mandalas. Were you going to work on a mandala, or are you working on something else?
No, I am going to work on a mandala.
Yes, and as we learned last time with mandalas, they do not have to be symmetrical. You can make asymmetrical mandala, and the definition of a mandala is just that it's a circle design. That's it. It's a design
Hi.
in a
Sorry.
circle, and that's all it has to be, and it can be asymmetrical.
Yeah, I know, but I am a symmetrical kind of gal.
So let's say hello. I'm going to say hello to people in my chat.
Yeah,
Well,
let's
how about
say.
you say hello to people in your chat? I have to get to
Oh,
mine.
Maya is here. Hi, Maya. How are you, dear? I am doing circles, all kinds of circles, between circles, inside circles.
And
I'm going
hello, Neil. Hello, Neil. Hi, Alec. Hi, Pat Lamb. Hello, Grayscale Painting. That's Anthony.
to.
So, October is Blindness Awareness Month, and we don't have a guest today. So today, Paul might show up, but I don't know that he will. But I don't. He didn't say he would, but he might show up later. And so I'm going to tell more in detail my blindness journey. So I'm a legally blind visual artist. So I was unknowingly born with an extremely rare hereditary retinal disease, and both the way you get it is it's called cone dystrophy, and the way you get it is that both parents have to have recessive genes for it to happen, and so it's pretty rare. It's very rare. It's more rare than its first cousin, retinitis pigmentosa, is more common, and that leads to total blindness. And my hereditary retinal disease will not lead to total blindness. It's like as bad as it's going to get, and that it'll stay stable as where it's at, which I'm very thankful for, because most people don't know blindness is on a spectrum, starting at 2200 vision, going all the way to total blindness, with many variations of blindness in between. So I'm at the spectrum. I'm more closer to the spectrum of 2200 vision, which I have no mobility issues. I don't need a white cane or anything. I have no mobility issues, but I often have to use magnifiers.
And that helps you. Don't?
Member, it's me, Alec, member for 3 months. But oh, thank you, Alec. Yes, been a member for 3 months. Thank you so much.
Oh, that's so good. I been yesterday from Tel Aviv in a familiar event.
So,
And yeah,
oh, Miriam, what were you saying?
I was in Tel Aviv yesterday, a family event, and it was very interesting to see how the community takes the disabilities in different ways. First of all, every person I encounter on my way was very helpful, trying to help when I was stuck in some place. He try to help. Oh, you are okay, Maya? I'm okay. I'm telling that I'm very tired as usual, but I did some work on my iPad in my bed, and I did this. I started to do this also in my room. I didn't want to come here, and then I took a nap. I'm still working on it, and I took a nap, and I almost don't wake up. When I woke up, 1 hour later than the intended time, I didn't know where I was. I was disoriented. I didn't know the time, the day, what I supposed to do. It was very intense. But I am here now.
A shout out to It's Me Alec channel. That's Alec at his channel. It's Me Alec, and his channel's down below in the description box. Thank you for joining us, Alec. And if you wanted to keep telling your story, otherwise, let me know. Like I'll continue my story.
That was what I wanted to say.
Oh.
Only that.
So I just wanted to say my mandalas today are going to be Halloween themed if I can do it. Halloween themed mandalas.
Oh.
So I started with red, but I meant orange. So I made the thicker line with orange. So where did I leave off? I left off with that I don't have any mobility at my spectrum, my side of the spectrum of blindness. It's an invisible disability. I don't have any mobility issues, so it's invisible to most people. If they see me walking around, I don't look blind, and I don't need to use the white cane, and but I need magnifiers. I have different kinds of magnifiers, lighted magnifiers, and different strengths of magnifiers to use for reading everyday stuff, and for sometimes doing my artwork. I don't always have to use magnifiers to do my artwork, especially if it's not real tiny details. If it's not really tiny details, I don't need to. And so, and another, so then I had completely normal vision my whole life until my early 40s. So it was I was unknowingly born with this extremely rare retinal disease that's hereditary, and so I had completely normal vision my whole life until my early 40s, and so I do know what it's like to have normal vision. And that one thing that one of the very hard things to do was stop driving. That turns your life upside down when you have to stop driving. I had been driving for 15 years, and I had to stop driving, and that was one of the hardest things I had to deal with. And let's see. I was working with a therapist at the time, and she put me, and I said, because in the state that I live in, you don't need a vision test every time you renew your license. No vision test is required. It's unbelievable. And my doctors didn't report me to the DMV, the Division of Motor Vehicles. They don't routinely report blind people to the DMV. So I could have kept driving with my license. I could have kept driving, and I was going to, but I was working with a therapist at the time. And she said, the statistics are that when most people are told they have to stop driving, they don't stop. And this is especially with elderly, they don't stop driving until they hurt themselves or somebody else. So
yeah.
she put me on a 6-month withdrawal driving plan, which was pretty generous. If I was her, I would have put myself on a 3 months. But anyway, 6-month withdrawal driving plan, where the first month I had to pick the easiest place to stop driving to. And for me, that was the shopping mall. So then that's when I started buying things on Amazon. And then the second month, the next hardest, and I think probably was the grocery store. So then I started ordering my groceries online and have them delivered to the house. Then the third month, which I can't remember what it was, maybe it was to doctors or dentists or something like that, and that was okay because they were in the town. I could walk or bike to my dentist. My dentist was 2 doors down, and my doctor was like down at the end of the street, so that was not a big deal for me. And then I can't remember that month 5. I couldn't remember what that was, but month 6, in the final month, the hardest place for me to stop driving to is to work. Not because logistics. It's like I could walk to the train station, and I was two train stops away from my job. So it wasn't, and then from the train station, I could walk to my, so it wasn't because of logistics. It was just psychologically, I was like, I want to keep driving to work. I don't want to be like having to do this. And so for me, for some reason, driving to work was not driving to work anymore was the hardest thing. Only psychologically, not because of the logistics. And
let me tell something to my chatters. Maya is here and Paula is here.
Maya.
She says hi. And Maya is a bit worried about her vision. She says it quickly went sideways. Do you have some advice to the first time, like when you started, and your perspective to bring?
Yes. Well, first of all, I would want to know the diagnosis for why your vision is like, do you have some diagnosis, and that is it unknown? Because actually for my vision, it was unknown for the first 5 years. When I was 45, for the first 5 years, I didn't become blind yet, but they could not correct my vision to 20/20, but they didn't know why. For the first 5 years, they just didn't know why, but I did not become blind yet. It was finally in year 5 that I developed a final symptom, and they could diagnose what I had. So first of all, also, depending if you live in the United States, every county, I'm pretty sure most counties, depending on what county you live in, should have a blind association or bureau for blindness, to like a bureau for blindness. In the next big city over, there's the bureau for blindness. And then every county should have an association for the blind. And it depends on with your lower with your lower vision, like how has it impacted your life so far? That like, because the association for the blind can help you with things like transportation. They can help you with like how to see your washer and dryer dial. They can put buttons or raised buttons so you can tell by feel, like where the right setting is for your washer and dryer and oven. Like, I mean,
oh, that's
like
interesting.
raised buttons. Yeah.
She worked at 2 blind schools over 9 years in Edinburgh and Exeter in UK, and also trained with guide dogs for the blind in UK. That's very interesting.
And who was that?
Paula.
Oh, Paula. Interesting.
That's very interesting. Do you have some histories or your experience or whatever you want to share, Paula? If you want, you can do it.
So, were you talking to me or Paula?
To Paula, even to Maya, if they want to share.
Oh, yes, I'd like to hear more from Maya, her situation.
Well, I don't know if she want to share.
All right. Only if she wants to. I mean, any general details.
Yeah, whatever to help her. That's what we want.
Yeah, I would only need to know more about her situation for like to help.
Okay,
But I told her what.
that's okay. If she wants to share,
Yeah.
would be useful. If not, we are going to respect her privacy too, Maya. So, what happened at the? Oh, Maya says, "Give me a minute." Okay, Maya.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to type in stuff.
Yes, of course. If one of you want to come as a guest, and even without, if you don't want, you don't need to be with your face or whatever. You can only the voice if you want. So whoever want to participate to tell his story, or in the case of Paula, if you want to tell us about your period of from the schools, everything will be useful for others. Caramel. So in the meantime, let's see, Paula, Miriam, Diane, kids age 4 to 19 in the schools. I work especially with kids with a rare syndrome called blind autism. These kids
Oh.
are amazing. Services for the blind and partially sighted in the UK is top notch, I must say. Oh, that's so good. And what about this syndrome called blind autism? Because I
Wow,
know
I've
that,
never heard of that.
yeah, I didn't either. So it will be so useful if you want to tell us more. In the meantime, I am doing my mandala. You do? What? Mandalas. Ah. Today is mandala day. Do you want to come? No. No. Okay.
So far, I've done a pumpkin mandala.
Yeah, I see. I don't know which kind of mandala it's mine. And I invented it as I go. The
I
only
know
thing I
you're
do
good
is,
at that. You're good at inventing as you go.
uh,
I
the
wish I
only,
could get better at that.
well, you need to start to do things spontaneous.
What I'm going to start doing more is drawing more. Drawing from life, maybe drawing from my imagination, but mainly drawing from life. And I want to because yesterday I was at a very interesting event. It was called Creative Conversations at our local art center and had to register ahead of time. And they had a guest artist who looked at our artwork and talked about our artwork. And he had so many great suggestions and insights. And one thing he says, like, you should always keep drawing to always improve your drawing skills. And I thought, oh, that's a good idea. So yesterday I spent 2 and 3/4 hours drawing. I did, let's see, drawing from photos, drawing from life. By YouTube has a channel where you can have timed figure studies, so that the figure poses and poses for 1 minute, 1-minute poses, then a bunch of 1-minute poses, then 2-minute poses, 5-minute, and then 10-minute. And I even drew from a 20-minute pose.
Oh.
The figure is so challenging.
Yes, it is.
But I want to keep drawing so I can always keep improving my drawing skills.
I see. I love to draw, and sometimes, like yesterday, when I came back from Tel Aviv, I didn't have what to do. So I opened my iPad and I did a drawing, a futuristic drawing of myself, or maybe,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
yeah.
And now I'm using my one of my magnifiers for coloring in this bat.
Ah,
That's small enough that I need a magnifier to do that.
yeah. Let's see. Very rare, says Paula. Kids with sight and blindness, but also with a diagnosis of autism. Interestingly, my group of 9 boys were totally blind. Oh, I work in a place, not directly, like I work in a place with kids. They were no kids anymore, adults, but they were kids because they had they were mentally challenged. So w- some of them went to a place, like every one of them went to school. I work on their department at night. So I needed to prepare them for school, have a breakfast. Also, I needed to take care of their needs, the showers, whatever they need, because they were like 2 years old in some cases.
You're
And
saying this is a job that you had?
yes, I had that. It was my last job before I I was like I couldn't walk properly,
Oh.
and I needed to go to cease working. But anyway, one of the tasks I had, they went to school, but they went to different schools because depending, sometimes you have some difference between them. So depend on their problems and what the school could bring to everyone. So one of the schools had a lot of uh, kids and adults that had the same or similar condition. Only that some of them, there were some of them, they were on wheelchair, and some of them they were blind even. And it was very interesting how they like manage with all those kids.
Oh, yeah.
You have the problem of the mental disability, but you also have the blindness. So it complicates the thing. But it was interesting to see that there are other people that they have a problem or a problem different as you have, and all the. I think that the most important things to have in consideration is that always, no matter which is your problem, you always will have some psychological effect that you might need to attend. because it's not only we had people that they had suddenly they had psychosis moment, and that psychosis was a product of their not understanding the or not couldn't like have or internalize everything that's around us. That's something that we don't take in consideration. We think that our surroundings and the things that happen to us and how we internalize that, how we feel them, how we hear them, we think that give that like oh, my mantra for training staff, not disabled, just differently developing. Oh, yes, yes, of course, Paula. When I talk about disabled or some other uh, tag that they receive, I think the tags are easy, are there for the treatment or how you approach the person. But it's only a tag. One of them was not the same as the other. Every one of them were a different person with different capacities. And yes, they were six together on a department, and they have all they need, not only their needs, also their like learn. We try to help them to advance, and yes, but Paula, it's so so right. We have a spectrum people, and everyone is in a spectrum. Maybe in the last part of the first part, as you want to see it, but uh, we have maybe another resources that they don't have or the other people don't have, but all with all that the way we perceive the world, it's something that is particular to us.
Yes.
We
Also, another way to say things on the spectrum would be shades of gray. Things are like it a lot, and things aren't so
Yes,
much black and white. Like people think you're blind or you're not blind. You're totally blind, don't see, and you see. Like the people think that's black and white, but it's actually instead of saying blindness is on a spectrum, you could say blindness happens in there's shades of gray. It's not black and white.
of course. And everyone have the opportunity to grow. Okay. Everyone have the opportunity to grow and to change. Maybe you cannot change your vision because it's a physical thing, but you can learn braille and you can have a dog and learn how to be guided by yes.
Hi, chocolate quilts. Hello, hi, chocolate quilts. Thank you for your chocolate kisses. Sorry,
Oh,
go ahead.
no, it's okay. So Maxi says also that like sign language or everything, every resource that we have. I have resources and I'm not blind, but I need a lens, and that lens is my resource, and I am trying to train my vision so I don't need it in the future, and it would take a lot of years, but that doesn't mean that I'm not going to try. I could not succeed also, but everything that you can do to have an extra support that could compensate the other thing that you don't have. Uh, so That's good. Sorry, I get distracted by Paula's question. She says, "Do you know artists who have been totally blind from birth?" I know. I don't know.
I know one who I know the world's only blind muralist, however. He's been on my channel before, John Bramblett. He's almost totally blind and he paints by touching. You never know that looking at his paintings, they were painted by a blind person. He paints representational paintings by making his paints have different textures. And also now he's become the world's only blind muralist. John Bramblett, you can look him up. Um, he's been interviewed by all the major networks and stuff many times.
Yeah. Yes, we have. There are people that are so talented because they don't have the vision as they should, but they have other. They can be sculptors. They can do things with like molding paste. Uh, Amazing, says Paula. Can you spell it, please? John and
John, and then Bramblett. B is in boy, RA, M is in Mary, B is in boy, LITT.
okay, and Maya is telling us, okay, I'm back. I apparently have too much tension in the eye muscles, so I have some of the biggest aversion they can measure. Not sure if I translated this correct. I am not blind, but it has went downhill fast. So I'm worried what the future might bring. I don't know your age, Maya, but what I know is that as you get older, the muscles in general in the body they relax more and more. That's why after 40 people start to need or
Reading
some,
glasses.
yes,
Because
start.
because I found out it's because of the shape of the well, if you're nearsighted or farsighted, it has to do with the shape of your eyeball. But after 40, most people need reading glasses because they can't because of lack of being able to focus.
Yes, but the shape it's something that depends also in the tension of the muscles.
Oh.
So, what I'm still farsighted, but I started some years ago to be also nearsighted. So that's occur only when I have my correction. If I don't have my correction lens, I see from like perfect, okay, from uh, near. So I don't need reading glasses if I don't have the correction. But if I don't have the correction, I can see good far side. So yes, my dear father, Miriam. Yes, I will talk about it a little bit more. So I want to see the far side is what you don't have. Yes. So I don't know the reasons where I farsighted on Brim or retail
Farsighted, what's your question?
farsighted. Yes.
Farsighted means you need to hold things further away to see them. Nearsighted means you have to hold things closer up to see them.
Okay.
Like when you're
So
looking at reading material.
yes. So since 11, I think I started to have problems to see, and at that time they didn't do a lot of studies. Oh, she was nearsighted. Now I'm very farsighted. She is 48. And I assume, Maya, that with correction you don't achieve the full vision, or with correction they manage to give you that. anyway, the thing is that I don't know why I am farsighted because I never studied that. But I know generally that
Well,
there is a
I was just
problem.
at the Eye Institute and they told me it has to do with the shape of your eye, whether you're nearsighted or farsighted. They said it has to do with the shape of the eye.
Oh, okay, okay. So now we know, and so I get distracted by my own drawings. um, so let's say Maya, if she has something else. Yeah. So what I said, I I don't like doctors. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Not like vaccine. I like that like the oh, they have trouble finding the right glasses, so it works, but not the best. Yes, I understand. One thing that eye doctor measure is the recuperation of your sight with correction. And Maxi have a farsighted problem with astigmatism. So that means that I think something that needs to be like that, it's like 10 centimeters. It's like the mandala. It's broken. So he needs that correction. But even though all the time his correction needs correction, because the problem seems to be progressive, as Mia Paula says, hi Maxi. Hi, Paula. I have a problem, a double problem, that it's my nose. So my nose, again, when I was little, I don't know why, but I never been sent to the doctor to see my nose, but my nose is a little bit wider than need to be. So when I use like glasses, it could bring me some problems on the skin. And I know because my grandmother had that, and it was skin cancer in her. And I have the same in the head, it started, and I have the same place, but it's okay. And I have the same problem in the nose. So that's why I use lens. I don't let that seems to beat me. I say, okay, what I can do so I can see as good as I can. I don't have a perfect vision either, but maybe that's my
Well,
trait.
here's my motto. My motto is you don't need to see 20/20 to have artistic vision.
Yeah,
I made that up.
you
No,
made that
I
up.
made that up years ago.
Yeah, and I agree. You can be as you need to deal with yourself and use the doctors as a
As a
aid,
tool,
as an aid.
as an aid, as a tool. Yeah.
Yes, yes. They have the knowledge to tell you what's wrong, at least what the world know now, because you know that uh, sometimes they have news studies all the time. So you know that doesn't mean that if you have something now, they don't be different in 10 years. Of course, maybe for you that 10 years is too much, but as a principle that give you and whatever you know your body, That's another thing. So you are the one who can do things for it. Maybe do some research and find some exercises you can do or diet. I think diet is
Yeah, that's what my husband's doing to deal with his issue. He's going to be on keto diet again.
oh, that's perfect. I am on it. And I was considering to go out of keto because
Yeah.
I was worried about the extent
The
that
blood sugar.
what
Oh, I thought something you had a blood sugar issue.
I have something, but it's not a blood sugar issue. A blood sugar issue. It was a prevention. It was to start to. But I learned. Amen, sister, says Paula. They have travel funding. Okay, I read that. You know, um, what were we talking? Paula, don't distract me. What I was saying.
I forget too.
Oh, we have a problem. Someone in the in the public that it's how do I say, uh, younger than us, please. Many eye issues are hereditary. Yes, of course, that's true. Oh, I was talking about the diet. Thank you, Paula. You brought me again to the um, like both my parents have problem with the diet, with the body all the time, all their lives. They gain weight, then they do some diet, and they lost it, and then gain it, and they lost it,
Oh,
and they try several. So we have the same problem, the girls. It's not something that. Sorry, Miriam. No, no, no. It's okay, Paula. I like to be distracted by you. So, as that, I don't remember. My father needed glasses, but late in life. It's not that he started with glasses for drive, and they found some other things, some other things, and he that progressed until
same for
he
me. I
had.
started only wearing glasses for driving.
Yeah, yes. So what I want to say is that diet it's a very very important part. First of all, let's say that have nothing to do with the vision. Let's say nothing, nothing at all. But if you have your vision problem and then your legs are swollen and then you don't feel well and then you gain weight, everything it's an adding problem. So maintain your health as you see, as you can. It's an essential part when you have problems. So I can talk for uh, my experience. I am not a doctor, an eye doctor. I only can talk about my experience. And my experience is that I hated the multifocal. I didn't do it. Never. I did that. I didn't want them from started. I didn't want to wear glasses. So I asked, they didn't have contact lens that were multifocal or to do the same thing. So I invented my own patent. And my patent is to use only
Hi,
one
Susie.
lens. So one of the eyes sees from afar, and the other sees from near. And then somehow my mind, my cerebrum, made the average, and I can see in all length. So when I realized that, that was only common sense, like take the problem and dissect it. So if you have something that it's out of place, because that's it's how I want to refer to that, it's not a problem, or maybe it's a problem that needs solution, but it's not an impossible. Always you can do something to better your um, health. So let's say that you are totally blind and you are in shape and your organism work well because you are conscious. No matter what you do, you need to do it mindfully. You need to feel yourself. You need to connect things that happen. And when you pay attention and you connect those dots, like in mandala, you will find the way to your better health. Sometimes you need a doctor to tell you what is the prognosis, what he recommends to do, but always you can hear yourself. That's my motto. Hear yourself and pay attention.
Yeah, so one thing about my husband, the medicines that they have prescribed for him, he did his own research, and some of these medicines have possible, really possible horrible side effects that he can't live with. It took him he's thought long and hard about it, and he says I just can't do it. So he's going to try to correct his situation with the diet, with keto diet.
Huh? That's okay. Well, I remember I unfortunately because of the I don't know why the doctors changed a lot in my thing. So I had to tell every new doctor when they start with me that I have a rare allergy to uh, sugar, um, not sugar, but all the things like the replacers, sugar replacers.
The sugar substitutes
Yeah, substitutes. I didn't work.
like xylitol, aspartame.
Yes, most of them, not all of them, fortunately, but most of them. So she knows my doctor, my current doctor. She knows that I cannot um take medicines that are liquid. Let's say I have a problem in, or like the ones for the throat that you like.
Yeah, cough syrup.
Yeah, cough syrup, or even the candies.
Oh,
All of
pink lozenges.
yes, all of them have sugar
Sugar
substitute.
substitute.
And I remember when I needed to do my um, colonoscopy, I found that the main medicine in order to clean your bowels and could do have the opportunity to do it had also shortages of sugar. And I said, well, what can I do now? And I couldn't find not one solution because, well, I found my solution, but not funny, says Paula, and not net offensive side. Abby just came into kitchen to nosy at the stream. Oh my God. Did you tell them you are deaf? As opposed and getting more deaf? The volume is loud. Oh, that's funny, Paula. Yeah, we need to we need to know about that, Paula. That side of you I didn't know. I try to be gentle here with my drawing, but I'm not so much. I'm not a tidy person, so I'm practicing.
You said you're not a what person?
A tidy person.
Oh God, yeah. It's hard for me. It's a struggle. I try to be.
Yeah,
But I run out of see everything should have a home. Like you're supposed to the way you organize things is everything should have its own home. And I have like too much stuff. I'm like, I don't know where to put this.
well,
And then that's when you have to start decluttering.
yes, yes. Let me tell you that today I wanted a compass, and because I made a reconstruction, reorganization, the shelf has and in another place, so I couldn't find it. I knew I had three, and I couldn't find not one of them. It wasn't so funny. And I thought about it now. If I have so much things, I cannot find things. And that's the truth. But I was referring to my drawings because this needs to be precise and it's not. So I am going to do my way. No precise mandala. Um, so we talk about diet. The other thing is resources. Like
The other thing, what?
resources. What do you have at hand?
Resources.
Yes. What do you have at hand that can use? And in my case, that it's not the vision. The vision, I did that, and with time, I find out that the eye that I didn't wear the lens not only could see from near, but started to see better from far. So that give me the other idea that it's in place now since I think 1 month or something like that. Like I did it, but I had a year practically to think about it and to know how I want to do it. So what I did is go to buy a lens that it's really almost nothing. I have 425 plus or I don't remember, but it's part. What? The my vision, you don't know. So I had 425 in both eyes, and now I bought a length of one, only one, and maybe I need one and a half, but no more than that for the eye that was without a lens a lot of years. So now I started with that. I took away the length of the eye that I see less from far, and I am managing. Even though I don't see everything I want, like Maxi, poor Maxi, he's showing me his drawings from the desk. He says, Mom, see, and I cannot see. He needs to come near me. But I think that will pay the sacrifice, will pay with a better vision in some years. So yeah, I do it yourself. It's my motto. But it's not against doctors. You need a doctor, but you need to take care of your own body.
Yeah.
Maybe it helps that I work. I used to work at the university, and I used to see a lot of professionals doing research. And how you do a research? You do a hypothesis that you thought about it, like a conclusion of something, but it's something only in your head. And then you put that hypothesis in place and watch the consequences, the result of that, and then you take your conclusions. And maybe it's not the final step, but it's a step to some direction that someday will appear. So that helped me a lot to have that kind of vision. Paula says, funny, I'm not, oh no, sorry. I sent him back to living room and closed the door. I still do that now. I spent 1 whole month totally blindfolded as part of my training. To this day, I still wash up knives with all blades behind the taps and facing the wall. Whoa.
1 whole month blindfolded. Wow. I
And
would
how did
find that hard, even though for me, my challenge to people would be spend 1 whole month without wearing your glasses, because that's what I see. I see like blurry vision.
yeah. But you know that blurry vision could help you as an
I know it
artist?
can help you with your art. I know it could. A lot of times I look at art and I'm like, it looks like a blind person painted that. I should paint like that. Not that it's bad. It's like their art looks good, but it looks like a blind person could have done it. And I'm like, I should do art like that.
Yes, of course. And you know, when you need to do, I think it's Vulcan, the word that the far side of the picture it's blurry. You can
Mm.
take out your lens and blur it. Draw what you see.
I did. I tried that. I tried that um painting how I see and stuff, and it came out kind of interesting. Then there's Monet. Now Monet had vision loss later in life, and you can see the difference between, like, he painted how he saw and everything.
Ah, that's interesting. Mm. So the other person I could see with the vision problem is my father.
I have
But
to step away for a minute. I'll be right back.
okay. Maya, don't you try with muscle relaxers? I don't know if that would like have something in your case to do, but I think it's worth to at least ask the doctor. It's like when you have glaucoma, the doctor gives you cannabis because it's relax the eye. So maybe I don't know. I'm thinking out loud. That's the way I think in life in general. Like what if it will be? And I think that the point of view that I have in
Oh,
art.
I'm back. I'm back.
Hi, welcome back.
Thank you.
Interesting thoughts, Miriam, says Paula. With your father and G. If you had sight, but then it is lost, your brain and mind's eye can imagine and still use the color and shapes. Well,
That's what happened to me. I had normal vision most of my life. So I think that the fact I had normal vision helps me know about things now.
sorry, I didn't hear you because here I have a fly.
What Paula was saying, I did have normal vision for most of my life. So that in some ways that does help me for when having now lost vision later in life. That's helped me that I used to have normal vision, like to know about like shapes and stuff.
Yeah, and you know that, well, Paula knows that are different things that you do in an ambient for an autistic or a blind person, that it's to have a lot of texture, like component, like for instance, you can put texture and different texture uh, on your house, on the walls, if you cannot see so well, or maybe you almost have no vision. So you can know in which room you are if you have only a strip like that, along all the walls with different textures. So you train yourself to recognize the textures with your hands. And you can we have this in the streets. They have um, on the floor different textures to tell the blind people when he arrived to the corner, for instance. So that's something that you can do in your house too. But I think that the worst thing that you have when you have any diagnosis that you are not well, but especially if you lost one of the sense or losing it, uh, oh, oh, so difficult to talk today. That is the psychological effect. ¿Ah? Sí, pero los estoy usando, así que o agarrar los ¿dónde están? Y ahí arriba tenés los acrílicos. Si quieres. No, pero estoy haciendo con esto. Ok, ok, agarrar y llevarse. Pero no encuentro el 14. Así tiene una stream. Así que no, no está. Okay, sorry. The fly still is here.
Oh, I thought you were
And
joking about a fly.
yeah, the fly. I was joking. It's Maxi.
Oh, that's what I
Maxi,
thought you were saying. The fly is Maxie.
yes, is looking for things. It's taking my markers, but it's not taking like silently. He comes. I start to talk, and he said, "Sorry, where is that? Where?" And I'm screaming. Okay. Okay, if you never saw colors ever, your brain and memory can't bring this up. No, they can't. But you can do tricks. For started, why in the world someone who from from the birth cannot see and don't know what color are, how in the world he became an artist to do paintings that he don't comprehend? I can see a sculptor, an artist that not use color but use texture. And what I can do, if that will be my case, what I think now, I don't know if I would think the same because I don't be having the notion of color for starting. So I think it could become an artist in any other field of art, like he could be a mixed media artist and work with different materials. And for him, the composition will be how he feel it, not how he sees it. So
Yeah, right.
I think we are going to talk about a different animal or world or whatever you can say it. It's not the same. But my father, that had the vision problem, plus the vision problem that he had all his life, that was that he didn't differentiate some colors. He asked my sisters, because I wasn't in Argentina at that time, he asked my sisters to write in every thing of them, let's say that she took this kind of markers and she put for him white, like that. So he could see it, like put your sight really near that. So he had all his colors and he painted like with the reference that we gave him. He didn't have that naturally and he couldn't do it himself, but he could ask others to do it. And he was very resourceful, and that was the characteristic that I think I inherited from him. Paula says, "Oh yeah, yes, but if you never saw color, oh, okay, that's what I like." So I think they are exceptional people, and I once read a person that was blind, but he imagined the colors for the temperature of the things. That, for instance, he were outside and the sun, you can feel it. You not only can see it. And when he feel it, he asked, "What color is that that has so much uh, heat. And they, for instance, said yellow. So he associated the yellow with the sensation in his body. And then he could paint the sun and color with the color that he knew he had. Okay, it's very easy to put braille tags on the pencils, on the markers. I think that some of them have like points that is great, but rates points. I mean, you have in the elevator the same thing, and there are many places, but you can do that for yourself. Miriam says, yeah, Miriam, yes, indeed, says Paula. Yes. So I think that the approach that Paula gave us with the different, not disabled, but differently, I don't remember what. You can repeat it, Paula, because it was very interesting, very good. Uh, it's something to take in consideration to yourself, not for others, for you. The doctor is the one that is going to give us the tell us, okay, what you, well, first of all, sometimes, not all the time, but most of the time, it's our body that tell us something is wrong. But then we go to the doctor, so the doctor could classify that and maybe give us a solution. So let's say that the doctor classified it and there are no solutions. He said, so you must find your own solutions because it's your life. So it's very important for me to be able to hear yourself, to be able to be creative, even with the thing, and to use whatever it is available also. I know that some things are available only in the, like they are developing. And I remember every news person that came to the lab seeking for the solution for the humanity, because let's say that one of the professors discovered something. They have something that he discovered. And they came and immediately they want to know how people, if people could call, if they could use it. And they said, no, this is a 10 years ahead. We have to really develop this until it reached to the public. They cannot use this now, and we are talking about serious things like cancer, for instance. Sensory perception, yes, indeed, says Paula. My kids with autism, their perception and pleasure of color is so vivid and different, but beautiful. Yes. So that's so good. What do you feel with every color? We know that we have warm colors and we have cold colors. And doesn't mean that the color itself is warm or cold. Also could have a mix of colors that, let's say a blue, could have some red in it, it will be less cold. So everything that we can talk, we can feel, maybe the way I perceive my own drawings is not the same but you perceive it. But you found an interest in it. I found interest in it. So we are, I think, we are too used to be perfect or to try to be perfect or to do from perfection our God. And it's not. Everyone has something. There are people that can live with that and you don't notice. As you said many times, you have an invisible disability, Diane.
Yeah,
Autism.
visible disability.
Autism could be a visible disability too. Um, People don't have signs on them to say, I have a problem with my bladder. The others say, I have
But most
psychological.
of the time, it doesn't create a problem because if I need help, I say, oh, I have a vision disability. Could you help me with this or could you help me with that? And then so the fact that my disability is invisible has worked for me, not against me.
Yes,
It helped me
yes.
keep my job. The fact it was an invisible disability helped me keep my career for 15 more years.
Wow.
If it had been visible that I was blind, I probably would have lost my job.
Yeah, I can see that. And that gave you resources also. So, because the other thing that I think it's important in that, if we are talking about it, it's the, how do you say? Sorry, I couldn't find the stigma. Like, I sometimes want to be free of my chair. So I use my chair because I cannot walk distance. And if I go some places, it will be a distance to walk. Even to walk to the bus. So I cannot get rid of it. But I so want to be invisible again in society. Oh,
Yeah.
yes, Paula, yes, yes, yes. In society, I want to be invisible. I want to be able to perceive the world around me freely. And I have the sensation that when people are worried about me or they like they say, can I help you? Do you need help? Because my wheelchair don't have the right path and I have an
Hi,
accident
baby.
with the wall. Paula says also about educating our community, just saying how it is and asking for help as needed. People generally step in. Yes, that's correct. When people, I think that, for instance, my wheelchair, it's like a trap for me psychologically, but also it's an indicator. Like people know I have problems to walk, okay, but I do prefer, like today I was all day with uh, no good health. I don't didn't feel well. I have my like pain in every part of my body and everything. So I was very tired. But yesterday on the party, I put my wheelchair aside and I was one of the other, like one of them.
Yeah.
Even though I pay with my
Oh,
body,
so today you're sore because of that?
yes, of course, but that didn't keep me, and I knew that this will happen because it's not the first day that that happened. I traveled to the, I traveled going there. It's an effort also. But what happened? I was in the party and I was so free that people don't associate me with my problems, but with my talent or what everything. And I have another problem in life that I think it's the first time I say it out loud. I don't understand. No people, no well, no nothing. And I know you can laugh because you can say, ah, yeah, you have thoughts and you seem a person that pay attention and that have the capacity to make friends and sustain that. And no, I don't have it. I do a conscious effort to do things that I know that work, but I cannot feel them. They're not mine. It's fake it until you make it. It's my motto. And sometimes it's very difficult to me to be in society. So, but I'm working on it all the time because when I do something, oh, thank you, Paula. When I do something that work, even though I cannot fully grab, grasp, grasp it, grab it, I, or grasp. There is a word called grasp. Yeah, that's the word.
Grasp.
Yeah. So the thing is that I try every day, and when I can't, I feel tired and I go to sleep because one of the things I worked with time was internal indicators. So I realized that, for instance, no matter what I do, the consequence was no good. And I realized that at the last minute. So I worked to put an alarm inside. First of all, you need to try to understand the sorry, how the same thing happened to you several times so you can identify what provoked that. And when you identify what provokes something, you don't need to understand it. You only can put the barrier earlier. So if I realize that at the end that I have nothing to do, I put it earlier. So I have like an alarm in my brain that says that thing is about to happen. And if that was really near the event, I went a little bit further. So that's a work I did 60 years in my life. It's not from now. So I did a lot of things to try to understand the world. And I think that is what I needed from my father. Don't give up, find the way. And sorry, I'm really emotional because this is something that I never disclosed. So, what, Maxi? Time? Oh, 20 minutes. You can go and put the. Some sweet guy came and started to use Dutch sign language. Lol. I was glad to just get home and shut the door. Oh, it was hard to you? or because you understood everything. I don't get it, Paula. But I have enough confidence with you to tell you. Sometimes I don't tell I don't get it because I think that I can reach the understanding with all my resources. So I give a time to that. And yeah, it's also a very solitary world, but it's my world. Now you talk.
Now I talk. Oh,
Yes.
Alec's going to join us in just a couple minutes. Alec's going to join us on panel.
Okay.
And I finished my mandalas, and now I'm working on something else that I drew a picture yesterday, and then I'm painting it. I'm kind of painting it with my water-soluble markers. But my mandalas, I did Halloween mandala designs. Where are they? I turned the page. It's somewhere. Oh, where is it? Well, oh, there it is. It's right here.
All
Here's
good, says.
my Halloween mandala design.
All good. My spoken Dutch is awful, but it makes you very tired with sensory deficit. Oh, I understand now. Paula says beautiful.
Thank you, Paula.
I'm still working in my mandala. I want to
I
do
always
something.
get through everything fast. I mean, I need to build a lot of layers. Like I on these live streams, I do it fast, but in my own work, it's not necessarily fast because I like to build layers.
Well, you saw it when I was doing the centangle thing, the doodling thing that
Yeah,
I didn't.
you're good at that. I don't like. I'm just like I can't. Maybe it's probably because of my vision. I can't get into all that intricate stuff because of my vision.
Yes, of course, but you can do something else. Your work has a quality that it can't be copied, like or fake. It's a quality of your site.
Oh, thank you.
Maxi did this for me. So good. Ma, it's mama. Prima mama. And the ear and really good. And this is a mandala, he said. Maxi have a very, very long history with mandalas. Yeah. Yes, you have. You don't
Really?
remember?
What's his long history?
Yes, because one therapy of him uh, make him do in a, how do you say this paper that have lines like this and like this, like squares?
A grid paper?
Yes, some grid paper. And she make him make do mandalas. Do you have some of them? You think so? Because it's better to show that.
I sent you the link, Alec. I sent you the link.
Your art is always so emotional and touching, says Paula. Same for you, Miriam and Maxi. Oh, thank you, Paula. Oh, yes. This is, okay. This is part of the work that he did after, because the first ones were very circular, are very symmetric.
Oh, very nice.
Yes, he learned that, but it was, yes, this is symmetric, for instance, this is too. He
Oh,
learned
very nice.
for the No, never mind. Every people have things that are so. What the therapist told is that that helps people to center in himself. That was the part that Maxi, because the ADHD and many problems in his health and hyperactivity, he couldn't do by itself. So many years he did that. And I was very, after a while, I was very mad on that. So it took a lot of years, but it helped Maxi to even go out of this pattern, go out of it and do other things. But sometimes you can find something like sound, for instance. Let's say that I make someone, I have here my markers. Every one of them have a color and have a name and have a number, and none of that is helping me if I have vision problems. None of it. So you can put here a little sticker, a braille sticker with a number or with the whole name of the color. Or you can use sound and have a bell in each of them that sound different. It's another note. Or not a bell, let's say something electronic. So that's what I can now think. But I remember with my eldest, Jonathan, when he was 10, he and I started one day to fantasize about a world where we had a chair, like a couch, that had everything in it. You can fly, you can go places, you can have everything like on the chair, on the arms, on the everywhere. So you don't need to leave the chair to live. And it was something very
Yeah, that's
funny.
interesting.
Yeah?
That's interesting. Yeah, the fly, like the chair that you can travel in, right?
Yes, of course. So what we did as a joke, it helped me now that I need to use a chair for to going out, and I need to be conscious that the things I need to do outside, and I put oh, ¿cómo decís mochila en inglés, Maxi? Backpack. Thank you. A backpack on the part of the chair, in the back of the chair. Thank you, Maxi. And I am going shopping with my chair. And I have a place to put my water, and I have a place to put my bags if I need extra bags. And that's because one day I fantasized with that, and then when I had a problem, that helped me to find a solution. Buy my chair.
Welcome.
Hi. So Paula says, art and all our mental health well-being is so underestimated. Yes. But I said always, Paula, people need to feel content, not happy, content. If you feel content, it's your better indicator that you are on the right path. And if not, your lack of content, it's not a negative thing. On the contrary, it's a positive thing because it shows you your path. Like I don't know people that they are on a with the car on a road and suddenly the road opens in two roads. So they can decide to explore if they don't know and choose one randomly. They could have the direction which one to take, but they will never be mad at it. And we used to be mad at things that we see that like a problem.
Right. Which maybe we don't have to see it as a problem.
Yeah, it's an indicator.
Oh yeah, indicator.
It
Oh,
will
and
help.
I heard somebody say, you can look at reject. You don't have to look at you can look at rejection as a redirection.
Yes, of course.
Oh, here's Alec.
Hi, Alec. How are you?
Oh, he's not. Hi, Alec.
Hi, Alec. So the other thing is we need to have the um, like to know when we need to hear all the time. That's the thing. We need to hear, and part of the hearing is to recognize. If I recognize that I have a problem, or not a problem, but something that keep me, if I don't,
A problem instead of a problem. My friend and I joke around. It's not a problem. It's an opportunity.
yes, of course, it's your opportunity to go to the right path, of course. But society condition us,
Oh, right.
and that's why even in the way to talk about it as not a problem, I use the word. So, and in art, associated with every different thing that we can have in life.
Alec, I think you're muted. We don't hear you.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't see if you're muted. Let me see. Oh yeah, you're muted. Oh, he just dropped off.
Oh,
Having tech issues.
oh, you're good. What did you? What? What? What not good? No, he couldn't join us because of tech problems. So it's me and you, Diane, or you and me.
Well, Alec will probably try to get on again.
Okay. And Maxi and all the chat. Yes. You know, I think that you can hear you in your as you can try to purify your body, you need to purify your mind, your sense,
Oh,
because
yeah.
like wake up with a song in your lips, wake up with laughter, Like your day will be so good with that. And
Yeah.
of course, I don't say that everything is psychological. No. That everything is a conduct. No. But everything, we are very used to make differentiation. You have a mental problem, you have a physical problem, you have an emotional problem. No, it's not like that. And as soon as we understand that, sooner we are going to find ourselves. Let's say how many times we do exercises like Paula is doing color combo. You only can use determined colors, determined colors. Okay, so you do what you can, what you with what you have, and try to do an harmonious and satisfactory piece. So why don't do the same with our bodies?
Do what with the bodies?
And Mrs. Paula, do the that thing that finds your equilibrium. I think that is find your content physically, mentally, emotionally, in every sense. So you can
Part of
carry
mine
this.
requires effort. Like I know that I could feel better if I did like vigorous exercise, like taking. I mean, I try to take walks, but like I some when you do like jogging, like it gives you a different feeling than a walk. Like a more it gives you more. It gives me a more contented feeling afterwards. But I can't hold a jog. I have to do walk jog. I could do walk jog.
Mhm.
Yes. Anything, like you, like I have a morning routine, and anything you just it's hard to just be contented. Like you have to have, like, usually it's dependent on your activities and your thoughts and activities and routines
Mhm.
and your diet. Everything can contribute to your contentment.
Yes, you're right. I agree with that. But you need to find what is yours.
Yes.
You cannot copy others. You can copy others in the phase of learning about yourself. It's like when you draw, you can learn to draw by copying others, but as soon as you feel that it's the time, you need to find your own drawing, your own.
Hi, Paul.
Everyone have something to say. Hi, Paul. Everyone have something to say, even you. And there are a lot of ways to say it. And I don't know why you're
And it's
hearing me.
around time to stop. It's a 2:59.
Yeah, okay. So this is what I reached till now.
Wow, so very intricate and detailed.
Yeah,
Wow, 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 wow.
I was very pleased with our stream today, even though we had the technical problems at the
Yeah, we
beginning.
started 15 minutes late because of my technical issues. Like, oh, I'm gonna have to test that over the week. The way that my computer would not recognize my webcam, so I'm
Yeah,
live streaming with my phone and my computer.
Yeah, I know. It was a very, but you see, we found a way. Maybe it's not the perfect way, but it was a way, and we could swim. Oh,
Halloween.
Maxi. Perfect, Maxi. Thank you.
Try
The spray.
aerosol. El aerosol. No sé cómo se dice en inglés.
Can spray.
Algo
Oh,
claro.
spray can. Sorry.
Break down.
Spray can.
Okay,
Wow.
bye everybody. Thank you so much for being here.
Yes, bye. Thank you so
Bye,
much.
Paul.
Thank you, Princess
Paul just
Paul.
joined us right now. Sorry, Paul, that we're closing now. Too bad you just
So
joined us.
wonderful to have you. So bye, everyone.
Bye, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. We do this every Monday, 1 to 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Yes, we are.
So we're closing now. Paul, now Alec just joined us again, but Alec, we're closing now.
Yes. I'm so sorry.